Okay guys, basically this video is for those of you that want to withdraw from your UBX exchange. You can actually, I've dropped a video on my YouTube channel on how to claim what you have earned so far from your earn account to the sports account. So here is my interface. If you want to withdraw into other exchange where you can actually trade it, and then you can actually sell it out, and then the money will go into your local bank account. So this is the process. So the next thing that you have to do here, first of all, you have to click on assets. You click on assets. Okay, so you click on assets, and then once you click on assets, you move down to sports account. If your own is on sports account, you click on this sports account. But already my own is actually on my sports account. So once you're done with that, you can see that here I have my XAI. On my XAI, I have up to about $6.69, and then on my UBC, which is the next one here, I have up to about $2.96. And then if you have on my UBX, I also have 2.93 dollar. So now, before we do the transfer from the UBX exchange to other wallets, which I can be able to navigate and then sell it out into my local bank. Now, what you have to do here is that I have to trade all these XAI, UBC, UBX into my USDT. So how do I do that? So it's very, very simple. Let me first of all click on this XAI. You click on your XAI. Okay. You click on your XAI. Now, once you do that, you come down to this point where we have a trade, where you have this trade, where we have XAI against USDT. Okay. You click on that particular point. Okay. You click on it, and then once you click on it, it will navigate you to this menu interface. Now remember, we are moving our money from the XAI into our USDT. So here we have our USDT here. So we want to move what we have in our XAI into USDT. So what you have to do here, that we have buy, and then here we also have sell. So in terms of trading, if you are moving your money from the XAI, which is the base coin, then USDT, which is the quotes coin, so you have to use what? Sell. If you are moving from the first coin into the second coin, you have to click on sell. So if you are moving from the quote coin into the base coin, you are using buy. I know some of you might actually understand some of all these terms. So but on this note, since we are moving from XAI into USDT, you click on sell. Okay, now once you click on sell, the next point here where we have limit order, please, you have to change this limit order into market order. Is very, very important. There are some reasons why we are using market order, just for you guys to be fast. But meanwhile, some people that really understand the process will actually use the limit order. So I prefer you guys to be using more of a market order, so that it will be more easier for you guys to actually sell it out. So let's go there. So remember, you click on sell, you put it on sell. Then this limit order, you click on that arrow, then you put it on market order. Now, once you click on market order, the next thing that we have here, we have the fee amount. Okay. Then you see this very point where you have this sign, you move it to 100%. Okay. You have to move it to 100%. That means I want to transfer or trade all the money that I have in my XAI into my USDT. So once you're done with that, Then you come down to this point where we have Sell XAI. Okay, so if I click on this Sell XAI, the money will move from the XAI coin into my USDT. It's very, very simple, but it's basically for crypto trading for those of you. But this video is for you to learn too. Okay, so you click on Sell. Now, once you click on Sell, it will now pop up this order confirmation. Then you come below it, then you click on Confirm. Okay, you click on Confirm. It's very, very simple. You click on Confirm. Now, at the top here, you see order placed successfully. That means automatically the money have moved from the XAI into my USDT. Okay, so if you come down to this point again, let's go back to assets. For those of you that if maybe your earning is on the XAI, you just follow this procedure. So you come back here, you click on assets, you click on assets. So if you check here, you now see that the money is already in my USDT. So the money have moved from my XAI, and then if you come down to this point, you now see that my XAI currently what I have there is 0. Okay, so already I've moved the money from that point to my USDT. So the same process too, I'm going to apply that same procedure on how to move my money from the UBC coin into the USDT. You can see what I have on the USDT, and then I also move the one that I have on the UBX into the coin. So let's go there. Let's follow the procedure. Like I said, you click on UBC. You come down to this point where we have trade now. You click on it. Like I said, you put it on sell. Okay, ensure that it is on the market order, and then you move this to this point. Okay, and then you come below it, you click on sell UBC. Okay, and then you come down here, you click on confirm. It's the same procedure of what we did on the first one, and then you come down to this point where we have assets. You click on assets. Now once you click on assets, if you come down to this point, you can see that the money has been added to what I have on my USDT. And then if you check on my UBC, it's no longer there because I've moved the money that I have on my UBC. So the next one here is my UBX. So you click on the UBX. Okay, I want to move the money that I have on my UBX into USDT, because you have to move it into your USDT so that it will now be more easier for you to transfer from the UBX exchange to another exchange. So I will click on my UBX. Like I said, you come down to this point, you click on this trade. You are trading UBX against USDT. Okay, you click on it. Then since you're moving from the base coin into the quote coin, so you have to put it on sell. Like I said, the next element here, ensure that it's actually on the market order. Okay, then you come down to this quantity. If you take it to the 100%, that means I'm moving all what I have on my UBX coin into USDT with 100% of that. So you come down to this point, you click on sell. Okay, so you come down here, you click on confirm. Once you're done with that, this video for some of you is also a lesson to you guys, because people that comes to the office, they pay a lot of money just for them to learn how to do this, but this video is free to some of you guys. So going back here, you click on assets. Okay, so right here you can now see that I've moved all my money into my USDT, which is very, very important. So now what I have to do now is that for those of you that have Bybite, you have Binance, you have Remitanor, some of you that have Rokio, you have Luno, and the rest of it. So all what you have to do, I will definitely navigate to my phone, and then I sometimes I use Remitanor, but on this video I'm going to use my Bybit. So we look at this point here, I have Bybit. So I will click on Bybit. Okay, I will click on it. So let's wait for it to open. Okay, so the next thing that you have to do, this is my Bybit account, and the next thing that you have to do here on the Bybit interface, you come down to this point where we have deposit. You click on deposit. Okay, because we're actually transferring it from the UB exchange into the Bybit. Okay, so you click on, for if you are using the Binance, the same process. Just look for any place where you have deposit there. You click on deposit. Okay, now you come down to this point, then choose deposit crypto. You are depositing with crypto, so you have to choose deposit what? Crypto. Okay, so you click on deposit crypto. Now remember, on my UBX exchange, I have my money is actually in my USDT, so you have to choose the very coin. So I have to choose a USDT. Okay, so you click on USDT. Okay, now once you click on uh, USDT, then I prefer the network that I love using. I love using Bet20, which is the Binance Smart Chain. Some people like using the TRC20. It all depends on the network that I want to use. So I will prefer to use the Bet20, which is BSC Bet20. So you click on that very one. So you click on it. Okay. So what you have to do here, you come down to this point. Remember, we are using USDT deposits. The network, always take note of the network name, so that you won't lose the money. The network I'm using BSC Bet20, and remember is a USDT deposit. So you come down to this point where you have this the wallet address. So you have to copy it. So for you to copy it, you can just click on this icon here. Click on it, just tap on it. Once you tap on it, you have already copied it. Okay, it's copied. So remember the network name and the coin that you are depositing. So we're depositing in a USDT. Okay, the network is BSC Bet20. So you go back to your UBX exchange. Okay, now this is our interface. So what you have to do here is that you come down to this point where we have withdraw. Okay, you click on withdraw. Okay, then remember we're withdrawing from the USDT, so you tap on it where we have the money here. Okay, so you click on USDT. Then remember it will now display this pop-up menu where we have on-chain transfer and the internal transfer. Okay, you have to choose on-chain transfer. Okay, please never you choose the internal transfer. Internal transfer has to do it. If I want to transfer my USDT from my UBX to another person's that is also using a UBX exchange, that is when you now use the internal transfer. And it has to do with, you can transfer through email or UID or phone number. But remember, this basically on-chain transfer. So you click on the on-chain transfer. Okay. And then the wallet address that you actually copy from the Bybit account. So you take it down to this place where we have address. So I have to paste it there. Okay. You paste it. I have to paste it. After that, the next thing here is that you now see where they have network. Okay. You have to select the same network of the deposit wallet address that I actually copy, which is a BSC Bet20. Please, you don't need to go and copy another different network address. If not, you lose your money. Okay, so you click on this network, and then you select, look at it here. You now select BNB Smart Chain Bet20. Let it match with the same deposit wallet network address. So you click on it. Then you come down to this point. Here is the amount that you want to withdraw. Remember, the minimum withdrawing amount is $10. So if you want to withdraw all, you click on all. Okay, so that means if you have $5, you cannot withdraw. If you have $3, you cannot withdraw. So the minimum that you can withdraw from your UBX exchange is from $10 above. Okay, so after that, I'll click on all because I really want to withdraw all the money. So I'll click on all. Okay, so remember, total of what I have is 12.57. So the system will also take their own charge. So this is what I'm going to receive. You're seeing it there. Then the next thing here is that you click on withdraw. Okay, you click on withdraw. You click on withdraw, and then you come down to this point. You click on confirm. But before you click on confirm, you check the address of what you actually copy from that place. You need to confirm it. You need to check the transfer network. Is it the same thing? And then you need to confirm all those things before you click on submit. Okay, so you come down to this point, you click on submit, guys. So for me, on my account is actually verified, and because of some of the security, I actually bind it with Google Authenticator. So I'm going to open. Sometime maybe you're on the mic. Actually send a code to your email. Okay, you go to that your email, you copy the code, and then you paste it here. Okay, you paste it in that place before you click on submit. So what I'm going to do now is that I'll go to my Google Authenticator and then copy the code. Okay, so I've already copied the code, so I'll paste it here. I'll paste it, and then I will now click on submit. Okay, you click on this submit here. Okay, you click on submit. Okay, so you can now say the process is actually processing. So you have to give it little bit time, and then the money will now reflect on my Bybit. Okay, so what we have to do now is that we have to wait. Okay, so we have to wait. Okay, so the next thing that you have to do here is that let's move down to our Bybit to see that the money has reflected on my Bybit account. Remember, we actually transfer this amount of USDT. So let me go back to my Bybit. Okay, yeah. Now this is my Bybit. You can see that the money has already reflected on my Bybit account. For you to confirm that, you can come down to this point. You can click on this asset. For those of you that have Bybit wallet, so you come down to this point, you click on it, and then you click on deposit. Okay, you click on deposit. Okay, you click on deposit. Sorry. So let's go back. Then you click on deposit. Okay, once you click on deposit, and then you come here, we have history. Okay, click on this point. So you come down to this point, I think, yeah, go on that point.